This is WDHMNX for WWAGM machine connecting to the Worldwide Technical Network.
Well, good evening, ladies. Welcome, YL, to the Echolink YL Op Net. This is Catherine, AEC4YL Net Control for this evening's net. We meet every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on the Echolink ALARA conference node. Please invite all YLs you know to join us. We ask that only YLs or licensed young lady ham radio operators check in and participate. The purpose of this net is to encourage YLs everywhere to become and stay active with amateur radio, help each other improve our operating knowledge and skills, and have fun. Please join us in the NFARL Do-Drop-In chat room by opening any web browser and going to nfarl.dodropin.org. Just put your name -- call sign in the box and click log in. We would like to thank ALARA for the use of this Echolink conference node, the North Fulton Amateur Radio League for their Do-Drop-In chat room, and all LinkedIn listening for your ongoing support of this net. When checking in, please give us your call sign, name, and current location. There is a 3 to 4 second delay when transmitting through Echolink. This is Catherine, AEC4YL. YLs who would like to check in, please call now.
This is Kilo Alpha 1 United Lima November, Nisi in Massachusetts. I would like to say congratulations to Michelle, W5MQC, on the YLRL District Chair for District 5. So congratulations, Michelle.
Hi, K7 CJS. This is CJ from Gardner, Washington.
AF7DI. This is Marilyn from Battleground, Washington.
AE7MB, Margaret, Battleground, Washington.
KC8PKY, Linda, Knox, Indiana.
Okay, very good. So far, we have Nisi, KA1ULN, joining us from Massachusetts. We have CJK7CJS joining us from Washington, AF7BI, Maryland, also joining us from Washington, Margaret, AE7MB, joining us from Washington as well, and Linda, KC8PKY, joining us from Indiana. Let's keep rolling with the check-ins. If you're YL and would like to check in, please call now.
Good evening, Kilo 1, Delta Delta November, Amanda, Colorado.
Kilo Bravo 4 Radio Mike, Rosemary in Texas.
KA7SKY, Sky and Gardner, Washington.
Thank you, Nisi.
WA4YL, Dawn in Hudson, Florida.
Whiskey 4, Charlie Mike Golf, Kathy in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, very good. So adding to the list here, we have Amanda, K1 DDN, joining us from Colorado. Rosemary, KB4RM, checking in from Texas this evening. Sky, KA7SKY, also from Washington. I think Washington's owning the board here. Michelle, W5MQC. Heard that last bit, didn't actually hear your full check-in. I think you double, but caught you on the tail end there, so we got you checked in. And I take it you're in Oklahoma this evening. Dawn, WA4YL, checking in, joining us from Florida. And Kathy, W4CMG, joining us from Tennessee. All right, very good. Well, we're going to go ahead and roll on into the net. If you have not checked in yet, we'll give it a try again in just a bit. We're going to go ahead and start into the net here. Okay, so the last few weeks we've been going through some ham radio terminology and skipped a week in there, but we're going to pick it back up again this evening a little bit. But let me just check here and see, grab my list. There we go. So last week we covered a few more. We covered EQSL, we covered SSB, or single sideband, as well as upper and lower sideband. We covered those as well. Mobile short time, we covered that. In and out, we covered that. DXing, we covered that. And DXpedition. So we covered quite a few last week, and so hopefully we will get a list together at the end of the series of nets that we've been doing and get those on Facebook. So as Melanie noted in the chat room, you might have noticed that we changed up a little bit on the preamble. So instead of the Echolink YL HemNet, the name of this net is going to be the Echolink YL OpNet. And the reason for the change is I think it kind of ties in a little more with what our goal is here with this net. And as we mentioned on the front end, the purpose of this net is to encourage YLs to become and stay active in amateur radio and help each other improve our operating knowledge and skills, as well as have fun. And since those of us who are here on the net, as well as several YLs that have yet to join us, are active operators, YL Op seems to fit quite well. So from here on out, the net is this net is the Echolink YL OpNet. So hope you enjoy the change, name change there, and so I just feel it more accurately reflects those of us right here on this net, and that is you all. So awesome. Don't forget to invite others to join us each week. And if you ever have suggestions or questions for the net or about the net, please feel free to reach out to me or Mel, AC4YL or AG4YL at ARRL.net. Those are our email addresses. And we would love to hear from you, any suggestions that you have or feedback on what we've covered, and would you like to hear more on a particular topic? You know, please tell us, let us know, so that we can make sure that this net is a benefit and of interest to you, because that's what we want to do, is keep you ladies engaged and interested and cover things that are helpful to you. Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and roll back into a few more terms this evening and go through those. And we've got a nice group. The Echolink count shows 22. So we've got lots of people that can answer these definitions, and so it's very cool. So we're going to pick up on a few more what we call Q codes, or abbreviations starting with the letter Q, that tend to come from the telegraph or telegraph days, that kind of rolled on into single sideband and CW mode. So with that, let's start with QRZ, as we often hear it. So who can tell us what QRZ or QRZ means and when you might use it?
This is WA4YL. It means you are being called by another station.
Okay, very good, Dawn. Anybody have additional comments on that? Okay, so QRZ or QRZ. You tend to hear that often on HF when you're playing contesting. So you'll hear the station that is, a lot of people are trying to work and they weren't able to pick up any of the call signs if they're working a pile-up. They weren't able to pick up any parts of it. So they might say QRZ, or when they finish a QSO, working and logging someone, putting someone in their log, they'll bid the other party 7-3 and then say QRZ. So as Dawn mentioned, it's you're calling, you're being called by, or who's calling me. So more often than not, we hear people say QRZ in the form of a question, which is who is calling me? That's when you would use QRZ. It's typically in a contest environment, or when you're doing it doesn't have to be contesting, you can just be calling CQ, looking for any station, and someone comes back to you and you don't quite catch their call, then you can say QRZ, basically who's there or who's calling me, and then you can proceed with the contact when they come back to you. Any additional comments or questions on QRZ? Okay. Well, you can also you also hear QRZ a lot when you're referring to a particular website, QRZ.com. Let's talk about QRZ.com for just a moment. It's where a lot of people do call sign lookups when you want to find out someone's email address, or you want to know more about them. You have a site on QRZ.com. In fact, you can go there even if you have never been there before. For some of you that are newer, you can actually go there right now on your computer and just go to QRZ.com. And in the little box, search box on the left under their logo and QRZ.com wording on the top left, there's an enter query, and you can do it by call sign. You can put your own call sign in there, and there's some different color codes to what each color has a significant meaning. So like if you show up, I think, in black, that typically means not managed. You have not gone there and put any personalized information. What's on there is pulled from the FCC database. And so it's nothing that, isn't already public information. So it's not, any of your top secret information or personal identification info. Just whatever is with the FCC is pulled there. But you can actually go in and enter information to help others learn more about how you got started in amateur radio. Melanie has a pretty good QRZ page. It tells a little bit about some current news, as well as how she got licensed or got interested in amateur radio. And you can do the same. So if you have not set yours up, you might want to take a few minutes and go in and update your information and put a little paragraph. It doesn't have to be long. Put in a little paragraph about yourself and your interest in amateur radio and any other hobbies you might enjoy. Andrea, K2EZ, I don't see her on tonight, but she also has an excellent QRZ page. Go to QRZ.com and type in K2EZ in the search box. She's got lots of pictures and information about her antenna setups and how she loves to do VHF contests, etc. So why would you want to set up, put some information there? Well, when people work you on the radio, it's great to be able to pull that up and learn more about that person and to let others learn more about you. It's a great way to kind of get to know each other and our interest in the hobby and go forward from there. You can also put your email address in there, and it can be a forwarding email address. For example, mine is ac4yl@arrl.net, which is nothing but a forwarding email to my actual email. And so, you know, you can do that as well. In fact, if you are an ARRL member, you can go to arrl.org, log in, and you can enable that feature where you have your call sign at arrl.net, and you can tell it which address to forward your email to. So QRZ.com, if you have not gone in and put some information in there about yourself, take the time to do that. Just a few minutes. It's fairly easy to do. And if you have questions or need help, Melanie is well-versed in it. I know some. I need to update mine, in fact, so that's on my to-do list. But it's a great way to get out there and put some information about yourself, and makes it fun to look up each other because you can personalize it. So there you have two definitions of QRZ. You've got the Q code definition, and which is who's calling me most often, is where that is used on HF. And the website, qrz.com, which is appropriate because someone needs to look you up, so they're calling you. All right, let's go to QSB, Quebec Sierra Bravo. What is QSB?
QSB is when your signal is fading, WA4YL, or somebody's interfering with the signal.
Okay, so fading. Very interesting. So you might hear someone very strong, the station's very strong, and then you can't really hear them that well. And then it comes up again and it sounds better, and then it drops back down and it's a noise and you can't hear them that well. So QSB is when typically the signal is strong and then weak and then strong and then weak, and that can be due to band conditions at the current time. And that's also why sometimes you don't hear stations that well, and then you hear them really well. So QSB. Thank you, Dawn. Appreciate that. Any other comments or questions on QSB? Okay, very good. All right. So oftentimes, when do you hear it? How is it used? A lot of times on HF, you'll hear people say, give you a signal report. Well, you're a 5.9 with QSB. Most common time you hear that is used most often in that fashion, meaning when you're strong, but there's a lot of fading. So you're in and out, basically. Your signal is strong and then weak. So QSB. Thank you, Dawn. All right. How about QSL? Quebec Sierra Lima. This ought to be an easy one. Who can define that for us and when you use it?
Is it acknowledge receipt of information?
Okay, very good, Michelle. All right, so you're acknowledging that you heard someone and what they said, or you agree with what they said. So who could give us an example of when someone might use that? How does that work in a conversation on the radio?
I would say even just clarifying sometimes your call sign or your QTH, maybe even your name.
Okay, very good, Michelle. Now, we've also used it quite often right here when exchanging favorite flower for the annual certificate award. When you think you heard what the other person said, and as Michelle mentioned, you think you got their call sign, but you want to make sure you log it correctly. So let's say I was working Michelle on the radio. I might say, Michelle, I think you said, or I won't know her name at that point, but I think you said your call was W5NTC, Whiskey 5, Mike, Quebec, Charlie. Is that a Roger or QSL? And she might come back and say QSL, that's correct, or just QSL. So you're basically kind of double checking if the information or what you heard someone say is actually what they said. If I said, I think, was it Whiskey 5, Echo, Quebec, Charlie, and Michelle might come back and say, negative, it's Whiskey 5, Mike, Quebec, Charlie, QSL. Like, did you copy that, or did you get that this time? And I would come back if I have it and say QSL. Yes, I did get that. I have that corrected in my log. So that's where you most often hear QSL used, and we've done it right here on the net. So good example of QSL. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate that. Now, Michelle mentioned another one when she was giving us the definition there. She said QTH. QTH. Quebec Tango Hotel. Who can give us a definition of QTH?
WA4YL. QTH is another way of saying where do you live? Where's your house? WA4YL.
Okay, so Dawn is very close on this one. Very close, and I'm actually glad she came back with the answer she did, because a lot of people kind of perceive QTH as a limited definition to your home. So who can come back with a comment a little bit more about QTH? Is it just your home or where you live?
AE7MB.
Please, go ahead, Margaret.
QTH is your current location.
Excellent, Margaret. Thank you. So, Dawn, I'm glad you said what you did, because a lot of people narrow QTH down to that just means your home. And actually, it means your location, where you are, as Margaret mentioned, your current location. So that's why you'll hear some folks on the repeater, I've heard on our local repeater here, say, I've reached my home QTH, or my home location, which usually means they're home. They reached their house or where they live. So QTH is your current location. And you'll notice that on the preamble of the net, when I ask you when you check in, please give us your call sign, your name, and your current location or your QTH. So thank you, Dawn and Margaret. Appreciate that very much. So this evening so far, we have covered a few. We have covered QSB, Quebec Sierra Bravo, QRZ, Quebec Romeo Zulu, QSL, Quebec Sierra Lima, and QTH, Quebec Tango Hotel. So very good. Let's cover one more, and this is more of a phrase that you hear, and this one should be fairly simple. Well, when someone says, I'm good on QRZ, what do they mean with that one?
M2RJ.
Well, good evening, Rhea. It's great to hear you. Please go ahead.
Good evening. I hope the audio is good. Using a new microphone. When somebody says they're good on QRZ, it basically means that you can go online and look up their call sign on QRZ.com, which is one of the popular but not the only call sign database available. And you can see where their instructions for sending a QSL card and also their home address, or rather the address of record with the FCC if they're U.S. licensed. If they're not U.S. licensed, whatever address they entered, because QRZ gets the data automatically from the FCC, and for other countries it relies on user input. I should mention there are other call sign databases. hamcall.net is a popular one. There's also QRZCQ.com, and there's also hamqth, and you can also go direct to the FCC website. You can look it up in Google, FCC call sign search, and you'll be able to go direct to the FCC and get the data. So several places to get call sign, but QRZ is the most popular.
Awesome, Maria. Very good, and your audio is great, and there are several comments in the chat in agreement with that. Your audio is very good, so nice microphone. New one is sounding good, and thank you so much for that explanation of I'm good on QRZ, and also mentioning some other call sign databases. Yes, there are others besides QRZ.com, as popular as it is. Several others are also used. So thank you, Rhea. Appreciate your comments and additional information. And it's great to hear you out there. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we've covered a few this evening, and we're going to go ahead and move off this topic and cover this as pick up some more next week. So very good. Along the lines, and I failed to mention this earlier when we were talking about the net name change, is I'm also going to be setting up very soon, hopefully this weekend, a Facebook group for this net. And what we're going to do is kind of post some the most interesting pieces that come from the net. Such as, the radio terminology that we're doing. It's not going to be a full summary of the net because that can be lengthy. Sometimes we cover quite a bit. We really get into it, have some great discussions around some topics, but it's really going to be just some cool pointers, and you gals can comment and add to some of the topics that we cover right here on the net and such. So I'll be getting that set up hopefully this weekend, and I'll hope to remind everybody next week if I'm not too caught up in the Dayton excitement. So again, next week, Dayton is going to be, I can't believe it's here already, next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 3 days of ham fun at the Greene County Fairground in Xenia, Ohio this year. Hope to see a lot of you gals there. I know several of you will be there, and looking forward to seeing you and hopefully get to meet you at the YL Forum or the YLRL booth. Okay, so yes, there will be a YL forum on Friday, and I don't have the time in front of me because I'm not quite that organized this evening. But you can find all the information at hamvention.org, and if you go under the attendees link up there, there's a drop-down menu. Forums is in there, and it is on Friday. And it's actually going to be a really, really good forum. Again, I hope you gals can make it. And let me just hunt down real quick because I know it's right here. Almost there. There it is. Okay. So 2:30 to 3:30. 2:30 to 3:30 on Friday in room 4. K, WA0WOF, is going to do a fascinating presentation on YL history. Also going to cover what YLs are doing and have done in amateur radio, reports on new nets and awards, and ways to join in the fun. So bring your questions, and let's learn more about women in amateur radio. So if you can be there, please be there at the Young Ladies Radio League YL Forum, 2:30 to 3:30 in room 4 next Friday. Love to see you gals there. Okay, so now let's go in. Does anybody have any announcements for the group here, or something that you would like to share with the group this evening? Maybe you attended a Hamfest last weekend, or if you plan on being at Dayton, what your plans are and what you're excited to do. And yes, let's go to Michelle. She has a comment. So we'll start with you, Michelle. W5MQC, AC4YL, and the net.
I just want to let everybody know that HamCom is coming up down in Dallas next month, and we're going to be there. We've got a table, and I'm going to be doing a presentation there as well. So if you're going to be there, come see us. W5MQC.
Awesome, Michelle. Hey, is there a website with that information on it, more information about that event, Michelle?
I will look that up and post it. I'm sure that there is. They're not as together with the schedule yet. I haven't gotten my times, but I'm sure they will be updating it.
All right, fantastic. Well, we'll look for that link then in the chat there, Michelle. Thank you so much for letting everybody know about that. So if you can be there, go visit Michelle and hang out for a while. That'd be cool. Very good. Thank you. All right, anybody else have comments or announcements or something that you would like to share with the group here? Please call now.
And to RJ.
Please go ahead, Rhea.
All right. Good evening to everyone, and good morning if you're overseas, wherever time of day it is. So Hamvention, I'll be there. Friday night we have a little get together with the Lee family, who has the Hope and Faith Hannah and the awesome Ham family that does videos and gets on the air and stuff. So they posted up something on Facebook about a dinner at one. I think I forgot the name of the place, but if anybody wants you know, an invite, you're more welcome to tag along. That's Friday night if you have no plans for Friday night. I'll be there, and Thursday I'll be at Flex Radio event, and on Saturday I'll be at contest dinner. But I'll be also milling around the various contest suites and stuff, so anybody wants to come there and hang out too, you're more than welcome. And also the I'll try to stop by the booth and during the day. So really excited. Haven't been in a long time. So hope to see everybody there. And I am writing up something, so if you have anything you want to send to me to get written up, let me know. Back to Matt and to RJ.
All right, awesome, Rhea. Thank you very much, and that brings up another good point. Please keep in mind any cool things or some highlights from your trip to Hamvention this year and pictures. Please get that to your district chairwoman with YLRO. You don't have to be a YLRO member to do this. But if you are going to any ham events and you either set up a table or you talk to YLs or you just go and have a great time and there's an experience that you have there where you met somebody really cool or that you enjoyed talking to and getting to know better, or you attended a forum that you were in awe about or had a great time or you learned so much, anything like that, or pictures, please send that to your district chairwoman. If you don't know who that is, ylrl.org. You can look up who your district chairwoman is and send that. It doesn't have to be lengthy. It can be, 3 to 5 sentences and a picture. That's it. That's okay. That's fine. But get that to your district chairwoman. That all goes together in harmonics. And that gets published bi-monthly by YLRL and gets sent out. So every YLRL member and subscriber gets to read about your experience included in that. Please be sure and get that to your district chairwoman. Okay, thank you, Rhea, for that. And looking forward to seeing you. I'll definitely keep my eye out for you. And Mel and I will be traveling together and hanging out. So this is like the one ham fest we go to where we're not running a booth and running forums. It's kind of like our have a lot of fun and hang out ham fest, one we can actually enjoy without having to be somewhere at a certain time unless we want to go and to a certain forum. So looking forward to it very much, and definitely look for you, Rhea, and hope to see you. Okay. Anybody else have any announcements or comments or anything that you would like to share with the group this evening?
AF7BI.
Well, good evening, Marilyn. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I know I mentioned this last week too, but I'll mention it again. CPAC is coming up the first weekend in June in Seaside, Oregon. So any of those on the West Coast are willing to travel or in the Pacific Northwest, hope to see you there. We're having a YL forum, YL buffet, and then we have a YLRL table there also. A chance to meet new hams and those that have moved to the area. I know I've met some women that are going to be going, and I look forward to meeting more. So just put another bug in your ear for CPAC in Seaside, Oregon.
Thank you very much, Marilyn, for reminding us of that. Sheesh, it makes you want to just wish you had a mobile home a motor home and could travel around and do nothing but attend all the cool ham fests around the country. And while you're at it, then you can go overseas and check out a lot of their ham fests. I know Jenny puts several that she goes to. She'll put pictures and video on Facebook with several ham fests that she goes to too. So thank you very much, Marilyn. And so look for AF7BI, Marilyn, at the YLRL table at CPAC. First weekend in June, Seaside, Oregon, cpac.org, SEAPAC.org. And don't go to cpac.com or you'll end up at Seattle Pacific. Not what you're looking for. Okay. All right. Who else has announcements or anything that you would like to share with the group? Please call now.
K1DDN.
Please go ahead, Amanda. Good evening.
Hello, ladies. Really nice to hear you again this week. Locally here in Colorado, we've been really busy this week. I'm a regional emergency coordinator here for southern Colorado, and we've been having some flooding, flash flooding, some evacuations. The town kind of got shut off last night. So anyhow, just a busy week, and we had a fun event. We did a 5K race and stuff like that this last weekend. Just being really busy. Not going to make it to Dayton, but I just wanted to wish you guys, gals, very well on your forum there. It sounds like it would be a really exciting time. So, again, thank you so much for this net, and I think the listeners around here are enjoying it thoroughly, whether they'll admit it or not. All right, back to you, K1DDN.
Well, thank you very much, Amanda. It's great to hear you this evening, and so glad you could make it. And I hope everybody that is out there listening is enjoying the net. It's your net, so thank you, and we'll certainly miss you at Dayton. It'll be great to meet you, but maybe we will catch you next year there. So thanks, and hey, at least we get to chat with you right here on the net. So thank you, Amanda, and it's so great to have you with us. Okay, so let's see what else we have going on here. Sorry, just catching up with some comments in the chat, or flying down the list here. So Soraya has to go, PU7HLI, Papa Uniform 7, Hotel Lima, India 33. Have a great day, whatever time it is there where you are, and thank you so much for being here on the net. And we will catch you next week. All right, very good. Yolanda, you started to type something in the chat. Did you have a comment or something that you wanted to say here?
K5, this is JG6VA calling from Kumamoto, Japan. Can you call me over?
This is K5DCZ, Kilowatt 5 Delta Charlie Zulu, and I'm located in southeastern Colorado, the town of Canyon City, Colorado. I did not get your call. Please give it to me next round if you would. Over to you. Go ahead.
Gentlemen, please stand by here. This is a YL net that's going on right now. This is AC4YL. Name here is Catherine, and we're currently in the middle of a YL net. Young ladies and ham radio operators having a net here this evening. This net meets every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, which is at 0000 UTC every Thursday, and runs until 0130 UTC. So just so you folks know, I'll give you a chance to wrap up, and if you guys would like to connect direct, no problem there. So I'll pass it back to K5DCZ for just a moment, but if you gentlemen would be so kind as to wrap up and perhaps take this direct connect, it would be great. Thank you so much, AC4YL.
This is K5DCZ. I'm sorry, I did not realize we were getting in on your net there. My apologies. JG6DEA. This is K5BCZ. Good hearing from you. We'll catch you again at another time on the net here so 73s and back to net. Go ahead there. This is K5DCZ.
Okay, well, no problem. Not a problem at all. Thank you so much for your understanding. We definitely appreciate it. To both of you gentlemen there, and you're always more than welcome to listen in on the net. We just ask that YLs check in and participate, but please feel free to come back during this time and listen in if you like. We have a great group of YLs that get on and discuss various ham radio topics. So thank you so much for your understanding, and really appreciate it this evening. Okay. Anybody else have any announcements or anything that you would like to share with the group this evening? Please call now.
KC8PKY.
Please go ahead, Linda. Good evening.
I just wanted to say that anybody that's going to Dayton and goes to the forum, I've seen Kay's presentation. She did it at our 2014 convention, and it was excellent, and if she's added to it, it's going to be great, so don't miss it. Back to net, KC8PK.
Thank you very much, Linda. Yes, definitely looking forward to that forum. I think it will be most interesting. So thank you for that comment on that. So as Linda mentioned, if you gals can make it, please attend the YL forum 2:30 to 3:30 on Friday in room 4. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that. Any other comments for the net this evening? Please call now.
K7CJS, I have a question, if that's okay.
Of course it is, CJ. It's your net as well, so please go ahead with your question.
Okay, I think most of you know that I've been RVing, and I have a question because I just got a J-pole, and I'm thinking of, I don't want to keep climbing up the ladder to put it up on the top of my ladder, so I was thinking if there's any RVers out there, if you can answer this question. I was thinking of attaching it to my swivel up RV TV antenna. And that way I can just bring it down and raise it up from inside the RV. So anybody got any comments on that? I sure appreciate it. Thanks. K7CJS.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm going to pass it over to Mel for just a minute because I know Melanie came across something kind of cool that she was telling me about the other day that we were looking at. Stumbled across it because of the mobile antenna setup we were using. There are some cool little tools that you can use on RV. So Mel, why don't you come on in and tell CJ about it. AG4YL, AC4YL, and the net.
All right, thank you very much. I believe I have it. Well, interestingly enough, I just found the site. So I wanted to make sure I actually found this site. It's called flagpolebuddy.com, flagpolebuddy.com, and you can use any fiberglass pole that you like. You could even use a piece of PVC pipe that you could store, underneath your RV. I think it might be on this site that has some ideas about putting a couple tubes and they slide it right underneath their RV and store it. But this little device, you simply put your whatever you want to use for a pole and turn it sideways and set it on a rest, and it kind of locks in. That's their, it's called a ladder mount, an RV ladder mount. Don't climb the ladder again is what it says, and it's really cool. So check it out. They also make a really neat wheel mount. Instead of calling it a drive-on mount, it's just a wheel mount, under tire mount, so that you don't have to drive over it, which Catherine and I, during all of our activations last year for National Parks on the Air, did a lot of driving over on a flagpole mount that we found, and it was inexpensive, but you know, with it comes, all right, back up, go forward, back, okay, now you're right on it, and then if it's too close to the car, the pole will hit the bumper. But anyway, I digress. So check it out. It might be something that you find handy. I think it's just slicker, and it's not. This is a really great little piece of work that they created, and it's quite nice. And again, all you need is a fiberglass pole, and you can do it right from the ground. It's kind of interesting. May not be what you're looking for, but that's my 2 cents worth and what I found. Flagpolebuddy.com. And with that, I'll pass it back over to Catherine and the net. This is AG4YO.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Melanie. Appreciate that. And so flagpolebuddy.com. It's really got some neat stuff on it. And there's some videos on there and lots of photos so you can see how it's set up and how that works. So flagpolebuddy.com is a great site to check out. Okay, anybody else have suggestions for CJ? Please call now.
WA4YL. If you have a jade pole, what I did was I fastened it to a very long piece of PVC pipe and put it about 25 feet in the air. And I've gotten on to repeaters that are 92 miles away from my house, and even 50 miles away. So try that. All you need is a couple of feet up, a couple of length of PVC pipes and connectors, and you're all set. WA4YL.
Well, thank you, Dawn. Appreciate that. Let's go back to CJ for just a minute. CJ, any more questions about those two suggestions thus far, or are you good to go?
Yeah, I'll take, when we get done here, I'll take a look at those and check it out. Appreciate it. K7CJS, thank you.
All right, awesome, gal. Thank you. All right. Anybody else have a suggestion for CJ? Don't want to leave you out. So if you got a great suggestion for CJ to check out, please call now. Okay, very good. Well, we are getting close to 9 o'clock here, Eastern, 0100 UTC. So let's head over to Margaret real quick and see. Margaret, I don't see Ann on here, but then the list is too long. It cuts it off here on my computer. Yeah, you're right, Michelle. Time flew by. So, Margaret, are you going to be hosting the HFNet this evening, or is Ann going to be back for that?
Okay. I do not see Ann checked in, so it looks like it's me. My husband just bopped his head in the door and said that both bands look flat tonight. So
I'm thinking that from the West Coast to the East Coast, it's not going to happen. So since it's a busy night for me tonight, I'm going to skip it. If you ladies want to try getting on one of the frequencies, put an entry either at the in the message box here or over in the do drop in and let everybody else know. But I'm going to pass tonight. Over.
Okay, very good, Margaret. No problem at all. So if you gals would like to try and work each other on 20 meters 14.288, please feel free to hop over there and you can call CQYL if you like and catch up there. Or if you find an open frequency on 40 meters that you'd like to try, as Margaret mentioned, please post the frequency. You can do it in either chat room, and please feel free to work each other on HF if you would like to. And if somebody wants to step up and take the reins as net control, please feel free to do that. Just announce it as you begin the net there and let the YLs know that you're going to take that net this evening. And certainly deserve a break there, Margaret. You do so much as it is, and I know Thursday evenings are busy for you as you tend to come back on at 10:30 Eastern and run the Minnow Net right here on the Echolink conference. So thank you, Margaret. Appreciate that. Okay, well, let's see who we do not have checked in yet. If you're a YL or a young lady, amateur radio operator, and you would like to check into the net this evening and you haven't already done so, please call now. Okay, not here, anyone. I do have Rhea added here to our log into RJ. Rosie, VE4YYL, have her added in, and from Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Yolanda, KM4AAQ. Also have you on the list, and I think Melanie has a couple of the other gals that are on here. Susie, I think, NHCGM. I believe you're here with us as well. So got you in the log. And I will catch up with Melanie for anybody else that I am missing this evening. Okay, so with that, if you have HF capabilities, please feel free to hop over to 14.288 and call CQ YL and look for YLs on HF there. And if no copy, feel free to come back here. We have another 30 minutes of ham radio fun right here on the Echolink ALARA conference node. So let's go back to the this year's annual certificate award. Again, the topic this year is favorite flower. So for those of you who are not familiar with this, what it is every year the Young Ladies Radio League has a topic selected that you exchange with another YL. And you exchange it with 15 other YLs, and you log them on a log sheet, and you submit those to Val, VE5AQ, and she's our certificate manager, and she will get you a very nice certificate. If you want to see a picture of it, it is on the ylrl.org website, and you do not have to be a member of YLRL to participate. So encourage you to do that. It's a lot of fun. So you just exchange favorite flower this year with 15 different YLs. You can do it on HF. You can do it on Echolink. You can do it on net if net control gives some time for that exchange. So if you need, if you would like to participate, we'll give you an opportunity to do so this evening. So if you would like to exchange favorite flower with someone, I'll take a list. Let me pause for reset. Okay, so if you would like to exchange favorite flower with another YL this evening to get someone in your log, please go ahead and give me your call. I'll take a list, and then we'll go back through and give everyone that wants to a chance to do the exchange. I already have my 15, but I'm more than willing to exchange. If you do not have me in your log and you would like to exchange favorite flower, please feel free to call me if you'd like. And I believe Mel also has her 15, and a couple of the other gals do too. I think Margaret does. But if you would like to exchange favorite flower, I'm sure that any of these gals will be happy to exchange with you to help you get to your 15. So if you'd like to exchange favorite flower this evening, please call now.
WA4YL, Dawn, would like to exchange favorite flower. Man, I'm tongue-tied tonight.
Okay, very good, Dawn. I've got you written down here. Anyone else like to exchange favorite flower this evening? All right, Dawn, please go ahead and pick a YL you'd like to exchange favorite flower with, and go ahead and get them in your log. WA4YL, AAC4YL in the net.
I'd like to exchange with Rhea. I forgot what K2RJ. And 2RJ, this is WA4YL. You are here? I don't know who else is on here, Catherine. Because I'm coming through on Norland's note, because I couldn't get it on ALARA, so I don't have a list of who's on the air. Is there anybody who would like to exchange a favorite flower with me? Please come now.
Kilo 1, Delta Delta November.
Kilo 1, Delta Delta November, this is WA4YL. My favorite flower is the red rose. What's yours?
WA4YL. That's your red rose. Mine is an iris. QSL?
QSL, I know you're new and I didn't get your name.
Oh, yes, ma'am. My apologies. My name here is Amanda, and I'm located in Colorado. And thank you for the exchange. Back to you.
You're welcome, Amanda, and I hope I got the cross sign right. Kilo 1, Delta Delta, is that correct?
Negative. It's Kilo 1, Delta Delta November. Just the one K. K1DDN.
Okay, thank you, Amanda, and it was nice meeting you tonight. Hope to hear you on here again next week. And welcome aboard, WA4YL, back to net control.
Bye bye da Italy Station, Italy Uniform 7 Golf Romeo Mexico. Good morning.
Okay, very good, Dawn. Thank you very much. And Amanda, thank you so much for your exchange. And appreciate that. All right, so anyone else want to exchange favorite flower here on the YLNet this evening? If you'd like to exchange favorite flower with someone, please call now. Okay, very good. All right, well, let's do a bit of a open topic here. Do you have any YLs that are still here with us? And we have quite a few. Are there any questions that you gals have that you'd like to ask Net? You know, CJ asked a question earlier. Does anybody else have a question for the Net or something that you would like to talk about?
W5MQC.
Please go ahead, Michelle.
I guess I have an interesting question for people. I am not sure how many people follow the 100 Watts in a Wire Facebook page, but there was a new YL that got on there this week, and she started a discussion because she needed an Elmer, but she was tired of getting hit on by people, and she just wanted some help without any of the other controversy. Every time she asked for help, she got hit on. And a bunch of us other YLs got on and said, we really don't get that. How about you get help from an Elmira? And several of us tried to push, you know, seeking out help from the YLRL. But my question to everybody is, does anybody anybody else experience that kind of issue? W5MQC.
K1PDN.
Go ahead, Amanda, please.
Thanks. I never know if I should just jump in and start talking or not, because I am a talker. I have kind of a public profile being on Ham Nation, and I got to say that people are ever so polite on Facebook. I friend people when they're males and they have a call sign attached to their Facebook page. And being, I'm not going to say young, you know, 30s. That's not young. But I have never really experienced that where as soon as they say, I'm Mary, thank you very much. If you have any questions, though, I'd love to answer them. I have never been bothered ever again. I think that young lady's problem is that she is actually single, where people think they might have a better chance. But and she is beautiful, you guys. I know exactly what you're talking about on that post. So, and I think that she's going to deal with it a little bit. But as soon as you're assertive with the situation, I really don't see it being much of a problem. And if there is somebody that is being harassive about that, definitely just turn a different direction. That's what I would do. But my husband is very accepting of the fact that people are very interested in my public opinion, and so he's a very forgiving person for private messages, but none of them ever go very far once you put your foot down. So that's my 2 cents worth on it. I've never experienced anything that I would say is foul play. So that's my 2 cents. K1DDN, back to net.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Amanda. Anybody else have comments for Michelle's question? Great question, Michelle.
well, I can say that having, and this is AG4YL, by the way, having been in some more male-dominated jobs and things like that through the years, that I was, and my father was a ham, and my mom was licensed, although not active, and every ham radio operator that I ever knew or came in contact with was nothing but helpful and kind and not creepy at all. And I have to say that this hobby, if you will, is one of the more, the men in my experience have been more accepting and respectful, like Amanda said, really great to not just me but other women that I know, from my experience in this hobby. So it could be, as Amanda said, I guess you kind of can't blame them for trying, but if it's getting creepy and weird and they're just looking for a date or something, that's when, like Amanda said, just cut it off and move on, or go to another area or to a site. I can say I've been a member of a couple of different clubs and in the area, and the guys in the clubs have just been really, very, I hesitate to use the word professional, but they don't. I've never seen them weird toward females. They've always seemed pretty good and respectful of women. And but I do know of a gal who had men in her club that were not. So I know that it happens. I just echo what Amanda said, and she really just needs to, change the direction and look for some help somewhere else. And that's what we're here for. So hopefully she can get some help. AG4YL, back to net control.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Melanie, for your additional comments. And I wholeheartedly agree. The clubs that I've been associated with here in Georgia haven't run into any issues there. As Melanie mentioned, they've been very kind and respectful. Even those that come across on the air also very kind and respectful. And so, and I really appreciate what you did, the advice that you gals did give her through that Facebook, because certainly you can have other YLs mentoring and helping YLs, and having Elmira's as well as it's great to have and share that in common. So very good. So great comments, and thank you very much. Anybody else have anything for Michelle on the topic?
KC8PKY.
Please go ahead, Linda.
Well, I haven't run into it at all, probably because I was a little older when I got into this hobby. But, and besides that, anybody messed with me, I'd just tell them where to go and how to do it, so that wasn't a problem. But it may be because she's very young. I haven't seen her, but I get a feeling she's quite young. And without even trying to do it, they may be picking up on something that she's not putting out, if you know what I mean. And she just needs to get, like we say, get with the gals and do that, but, just shut them down. Don't be afraid to. And I'll turn it back to Net and get off my soapbox.
Oh, you could have kept going, Linda. We were enjoying it. All right, very good. Awesome. So yeah, I think it's you know, you still gotta stay aware and you know, pay attention, and as you do in any group or that you belong to or participate with, you know, you have to kind of be mindful of such and follow certain safe guidelines. But as a general rule, for the most part, the ham radio community is very wonderful, and we look out for each other. So, and we'd love to have her on the net as well. So, she's more welcome to join us. We've got a nice group of gals here that would be more than happy to help her with questions or anything that she needs as well. All right, Michelle, anything else?
No, that's been my experience too, but of course I'm a little bit older and she is young and beautiful, but I mean, everybody that I've met in this entire hobby has been nothing but wonderful and there to help, so it was just very strange comment for me. And several of the other women that posted on that said the same thing, so I just didn't know if it was a novelty or is it just her. But I think we are going to get together and do a podcast together, and hopefully we'll get her on over to the YLRL, W5MQC.
Brag, 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 brag. Who y'all trying to brainwash?
Okay, thank you very much, Michelle. Appreciate that. And great comments, gals. Definitely appreciate your comments on the topic. Okay, is there another YL who has a topic that you'd like to bring up for this evening's net?
You goddamn freaks, man. Shit. Y'all are a bunch of freaks of nature, man. Go get some licensed professional help. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Dawn, are you able to disconnect the K4EX repeater? Looks like they may be disconnected now.
AC4YL KCHP. Yeah, that wasn't my system. That was coming through K4EX repeater system. They just disconnected from you guys. That was actually on your guys' end.
Yeah, Lauren, thanks. I did notice it was coming across K4EX, so thank you so much for whoever disconnected that repeater. Dawn, if that was you or whoever disconnected it. So, Lauren, great to hear you this evening. Hope you're doing well, and I apologize, gals, for us having to hear that. But, you know, it just proves the point we were just talking about. There are some of them folks out there, regardless of gender or background or anything else, that can display disrespect as well. So there you have it. Okay, well, you know, we just focus on the positive, and there are plenty more of those that are respectful and kind and excellent examples of amateur radio operators that are respectful. And so we're grateful for that, and we want to focus on that, and we want to make sure that everything that we do in the hobby demonstrates that as well. So, all right, anybody else have any other comments for the net this evening, or topics or questions that you'd like to bring up? We still have about 10 more minutes here. Please call now, AC4YL.
This is AG4YL again. I just wanted to reassure some of the ladies who are new to this hobby, or if those comments were unnerving to you, realize they're coming from people that are ignorant, and they are not to be taken seriously. These are people that are ignorant and unhappy in their own lives and want to go around making other people feel as miserable and as unhappy. So for those of you that disturbed and bothered, please don't let it. It is definitely not the norm. It is a rarity. In fact, that is the first time that I have heard that on this net, and I've been listening and participating in this net almost since the beginning, and it'll be coming up on 3 years this fall. So please don't let that disturb you. And like Linda said, you know, just there's some nuts out there, but that is definitely not the norm, and I don't want anybody feeling uncomfortable. We do what we can here to keep everybody on this net feeling safe. So with that, I'll get off my soapbox and pass this back to net control. This is AG4YO.
Victor Echo 4, Yankee Lima, where's the common?
Well, good evening, Rosie. Please go ahead.
AG4YL, this is Victor Echo 4, Yankee Lima. This is correct. There's sometimes people on, they just, you know, just ignore them. For sure, every one of you guys, you know, all you ladies, that's for sure. You know, sometimes it happens. We have no control over that. And when something like that happens, please, please, please ignore them, you know. Certain nets, sometimes they come in too and saying certain things or whatever, or disrupting the net or whatever, you know. So honestly, we cannot do anything about that. So you guys, the net was very good tonight. I really appreciate that, and like everybody knows me, this is Victor Echo for Yankee Lima, Rosie from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hello to all you guys, and remember that. Don't listen to others.
Well, thank you very much, Rosie and Melanie. Yes, since this net started, as Mel mentioned, 3 years ago in October, we never had an incident like that on this net. So, again, please don't let this discourage you. You will come across it from time to time. On HS or on a local repeater or on a net. And, you know, we have had some OMs pop in like we did this evening. You know, just innocently coming in to say something, you know, to not realize it's a YL net and they want to check in and, you know, that's perfectly okay. And we just gently remind them that it's a you know, it's a YL net, and move on. And most OMs respect that, and like this evening, very nice. So we want to keep that in mind, and again, focus on the positive, and as Linda comments, just ignore that behavior. And sometimes it is very hard to do. You just want to tell them to zip it. But, you know, all you do at that point is then encourage them to continue. So when you do come across it, as they say, if you're on HS, just turn the dial. If you're listening on 2 meters, turn it off or change to another repeater. You know, there's no rule that says you have to stay there and listen to that. So just turn the dial and move on. And eventually they'll either stop or, you know, other FCCs may get involved in taking care of it. So thank you very much for those comments, and don't let those things be your focal point in amateur radio, because there's just too much good stuff out there, and too many good people that you don't want to miss out in getting to know over the air and in person at Hamtech. Okay, anybody else have comments or topics or questions for the net? We still have about 5 minutes here that we can make the most of. AC4YL here.
Well, I figured here I might as well ID. I did an ID earlier when I came back with the information that I mentioned on the repeater. This is KC9DHV. I do apologize about that, but at least I got it in here, I think. Good net. Always enjoy it. Just thought I would say hello and thanks again for another great net. Always good to have it here hosted on my machines. I always like to have them over here, so pretty thankful that the net still continues. Now, what was the new title for the net? I'd like to update the YouTube channel and all that stuff. I forget what you called it at the beginning of the net. I was kind of busy with something and didn't catch it. This is KC9DHV.
No problem at all, Lauren. And I'm pretty sure you did ID. You know, it's funny. It's like one of those things that you just kind of do and don't remember whether you actually did it because it just kind of happens. It's like I drive a straight drive vehicle, and sometimes when I park, I go close the door and I start to walk away and I go, wait, did I put that in gear? You know, it just becomes second nature. But it's great to have you with us, Lauren, and want to take a moment and thank you for recording this net so that the gals can listen to it again on Facebook. We appreciate it. The new name of the net is the Echolink YL-OP-Net. YL-OP-Net. YL operators, YL-OP-Net, because all of us that get on are active YL ham radio operators, and it just seems to fit with the purpose of this net. So thank you very much for your comments, and thank you, Rosie, for your comments about the net. We certainly appreciate it, and we're glad to have you with us as well. And really looking forward to seeing you in July. That'll be here in no time for the Winnipeg Clara Birthday Bash in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So if you gals are planning to go and you haven't sent in your registration like me, get it in. It's due June 1st. Get it in. All the information you can find on YLRL.org, and you can also find it on Clara's website as well. So thank you very much. I think that about wraps it up. Do we have any other last comments or check-ins for the net this evening? Well, very good. I saw you type in there, Susie, earlier, so I hope you're doing well. Haven't heard you. Anything that you'd like to say, Susie, or you want to just say hi, and then we'll close out the net.
NHCGM, I wasn't sure if the mic would work. Quite often it doesn't. Oh my gosh, Dayton is next week. Oh boy, I can hardly believe that. Time goes quickly when you're having fun, and even quicker if you're not. But at least we are having fun. Nice new name for the net. It goes with 2017, year of the YL radio up, and I will say it. Wish everybody 33, and wish I would get my ears cleaned out so I could hear things that people say. Like I missed what Rosie said, but maybe lost Nick. 33 all, NHCGM. I'll be clear shortly.
All right, very good, Susie. Well, it's great to hear you. I know we haven't heard you this evening. I knew you were there and listening, so wanted to make sure we got to hear you. And your audio is a little low, but was able to copy you 100% and hear your lovely voice this evening as well. So thank you, Susie. And I think you said you had to leave on Friday, like right after the forum, because I think you had a choral concert or a competition to get to. So if you want to see Susie, you better do it Friday and be there at Hamvention early and catch up with NHCGM. We're looking forward to seeing you this year, Susie, again, and safe travels to you and to everybody going to Dayton next week. Mel and I will be running this net from Dayton next week. And so we look forward to seeing everybody. Thanks so much for all the wonderful comments and participation this evening on the net. This is your net, and we enjoy having each and every one of you here with us. And we will be back next week at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, or 0000 UTC, and we look forward to hearing from all of you. Thanks again, Lauren, for recording the net, making it available to all on YouTube, and hope to get that Facebook page set up definitely before the net next week. 33 ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody have a great evening. This is AC4YL closing out the Echolink YL OpNet, wishing everybody a great week. 33.